The best way to train for maximum gains is simply training till failure. Now, there is so much online about how to train. Should you train really intensely? Should you take it easy? Should you do more volume but less intense? Should you do less volume but more intense? There is so much out there about what you should do. I have been working out for over 5 years now. 3 years in the gym, 2 years calisthenics. This is what my bicep looks like. And I have been doing this for a very long time. I've been researching this for a very long time. And I actually have real world advice I can give you because I've been doing it myself. So, I have been training till failure for 3 years now, straight. I train every single set, I take it till failure. A lot of people say that is too fatiguing. I am young, so maybe that makes it easier for me, but I go to the gym 6 times a week and I train intensely. 1 hour in there, get out, I'm done. Every set I do is till failure. Now, a lot of people say you should leave a few reps in reserve because the science shows very similar results. Now, that is likely true. You could probably go 2 reps of failure and still get the same results I do when I go all out till failure. But there is a very big problem with this. Now, so many people underestimate how many reps they actually have left in the tank. Say they go and do bicep curls, right? I do my bicep curls till I literally cannot bring the weight up anymore. My muscles, mechanisms cannot bring the weight up anymore. Simple as that. I cannot do anymore. I know I have 0 reps left in reserve. I know I've got I've got my bang for my buck. I don't know. Basically, I've squeezed all of the gains out of that set, right? But there is someone out there who's literally scientific, goes 2 reps left in reserve every single set. And that probably isn't a terrible idea, but they do the set, right? They do this and they go, yeah, I have 2 reps left in reserve, and put it down. You could probably put a gun to their head and say, do 10 more reps, and they could probably do it. That's why there's a big problem with going off reps in reserve, RIR, RPE, etc. If you don't go all up to failure, you don't actually really know if you are going, adequately hard enough. So, me personally, I think it's just easier mentally, less thinking needed if you just go do your set, take it till failure. That's it. So, I go do a set of bicep curls. I cannot bring the weight up on my last rep. I cannot bring it up. Even if I want to try bring it up, my muscles just don't let me. But when I'm using my brain and I'm trying to leave reps in reserve, I'll go, okay, I think this is 2 reps left in reserve, but it could actually be 5. I don't actually know. Now, a lot of people say instead you should just take the last set till failure for every exercise. Pretty good idea. I just think it's really not that bad training all the way to failure. People think it's so exhausting, so fatiguing. It's not. If you have, if you're training very intensely, you're going to lower down your volume. You have to make sure you recover for the next session. So I personally think, why not spend less time in the gym? Why not do it intensely? Get out and enjoy the rest of your life. So be in the gym for 45 minutes, take every set till failure, but maybe only do, 6 sets for chest, 6 sets for chest, 6 sets for biceps, 6 sets. Just maybe, reduce the volume for each session, hit each muscle group 2 times a week intensely. Instead of doing 20 sets per week, I do 10 sets and I take them all till failure. But someone has to do 20 sets but doesn't take them till failure. So they're in the gym for longer and they're actually probably getting less games because they're probably not a few reps left in reserve. They're probably multiple reps in reserve. So instead of training like a pussy, to be honest, I think you should just train hard. You start to fall in love with training till failure. You get a better pump. You look better in the mirror. It feels good. You're training hard. It feels like you're actually doing something. You're sweating a little bit. It feels amazing. Also, it's probably better for your heart as well. When I go all out till failure, my heart is pumping. My heart is, it's saying, yeah, we just did a good set there. If I'm going 5 reps left in reserve, I'm not feeling anything. I'm not stimulating muscle growth. Or maybe a little bit, but nowhere near as much as if I take a set all the way till failure. There is this new idea that training till failure is not a good idea, and I'm completely against it. Train hard in the gym. Everyone watching this, everyone who goes to the gym, 95% of them is not training hard enough. probably can train harder. I know a lot of people talk about overtraining. 0.5% of the population are probably overtraining in the gym. Our bodies can handle a lot, and you think you're training harder than you actually are. You're not overtraining. Overtraining would be 40 sets per week for each muscle group. You're not doing that. You're not. And I mean till failure. So don't worry about overtraining. Most people are actually undertraining. Go till failure and make sure your volume is still decently high. Not too high, because obviously you're training intensely. Maybe, I don't know, 10 sets per week, 12 sets per week from every muscle group. And also, little side point, hit each muscle group twice per week instead of once per week. When you hit, say you do a bro split, you do chest, biceps, chest, arms, shoulders, whatever, all on a separate day. It's not the best for stimulating the maximum amount of muscle, to be honest. You could split that chest up into 2 days, and you would be able to hit chest on 2 days, meaning you can stimulate chest on those 2 days. And also, you can't do 12 sets of chest on 1 day, because a bit of it is going to be junk volume. Basically, when you do too many sets in one session, the last sets that you're doing, say you do 10 sets for chest, right? Maybe all 6 of those sets were good for your chest and they caused, muscle growth. But maybe 4 of those that you did, they were just junk volume. You already got all of the gains at your chest for that session. You are just basically doing sets for nothing, really. But if you split it up, if you did 5 sets on Monday, 5 sets on Thursday, whatever, you would be stimulating the chest completely on those both days. So I personally think training muscle groups twice a week is so much better than training them once a week. Bro split, of course you're going to build muscle. If you're a beginner to the gym, if it's your first year, of course, once per week, probably don't even need to do, you could do a few sets for each muscle group and you'd be fine per week. Because you're new to the gym, your body is adapting quickly. And also, you don't want to go to the gym when you're new and go straight in, because you're not going to be able to recover. You're going to feel sore and you're probably going to quit. So if you are new to the gym, start slow, really slow. I mean, like 1 set for each muscle group, slow, literally at the start. Don't train till failure yet. You're not ready for it. So yes, training till failure, 100%. Maybe for intermediates and advanced people though, because beginners, you can't handle training till failure. Truth, that's the truth. You're mentally not ready for it. You're physically not ready for it. You're going to be way too sore. It happened to me. I used to go through these periods where I'd go to the gym for 2 weeks, train really hard, because you have this idea that, oh yeah, I haven't been in the gym for like months now. I need to get back in there and really make progress really quick. So I'm going to train really hard. And then you do that and you become too sore and you simply can't go to the gym. You're that sore and then you just quit. So get that out of your mind. Do a small progressive overload. Start by going to the gym once a week. Full body maybe. Not even till failure. Then the next week, twice. Maybe 3 times in a few weeks after that. Just start really slow. Don't go really intensely if you're a beginner. But if you're advanced, intermediate, go till failure. You are not going to lose. You know for a fact training till failure is not going to lead to less gains. So do it, because there is a risk that not going till failure is leading to less gains. So just completely minimize that risk by training till failure. Do you know what I mean? So when you get into the gym, or when I go to the gym, I get in there, I'm doing, I don't know, my split is, I'll do chest and back. So I'll go in, chest and back, 6 sets for both. 6 sets for both. And I will do failure training for all of those sets. Sometimes I'll even add in drop sets. Sometimes I'll add in partials as well. If I can't go all the way to failure, I will do partial reps. That is true failure. So many people talk about, reps left to reserve. What about when you do that pull down? You go and do that pull down, right? You can't let it touch your chest. Like you on a rep, you just come just here with a bar. You can't touch your chest completely. Then you stop the set. You probably had like 10 more half reps in you, which would have stimulated more muscle growth. So, I don't know. I think this no failure training bullshit is just stupid. Just train hard. 45 minutes, 3 or 4 times a week. That's it. Then you're done. You start to fall in love with failure training. It feels good. So, when you get in the gym, train hard. Stop listening to this scientific-based bullshit. 5 reps in reserve, you get the same games. Sure, but most people don't know. Most people can't track how many reps they have left in reserve. And, you know, people forget what failure feels like if they're not constantly going to failure. So, I don't know. I just think it's so much easier and there's no risk in training till failure, especially if you're using moderate weight where you're not going to be tearing your bicep off and like stuff like that. So if you're going to failure, obviously make sure your form is really good as well. Make sure your concentric is a bit faster than your eccentric. Eccentric, maybe make it 2 times faster than the concentric. Eccentric just means on the way down. Concentric means on the way up. Just to maximize muscle growth and to avoid injury. And yeah, make sure you use weights where you could probably get 8 to 15 reps with, and you know, you're going to be really good against injury. People think failure training leads to injury. I don't think that's true. I think if you're using a moderate weight with good form, even if you go to a failure, you're not at a very high chance of injuring yourself. I mean, you could be going reps left in reserve and you could injure yourself if you're using too high weight. So don't use too high weight, especially if you're natural, and especially if you're unnatural. If you're unnatural, I mean, you're going up in strength very, very fast. Your joints, your tissue, it's not adapting fast enough to your strength. So there is a high chance you could injure yourself. But if you're natural, then yeah, moderate weight, good form, go to failure. You'll be completely fine. You will not injure yourself. This is the best way to train. I don't know what else I can say to you. Get into the gym and train hard. All of the best bodybuilders you see around you, you see literally all of the Mr. Olympias. You went and asked them, oh yeah, how hard do you train? I train to failure every day. That's what they would say. I would say 90% of them did failure training. And obviously, yes, you look at Ronnie Coleman, Jay Cutler, whatever, Lee Priest, they all had amazing physiques, right? But people say, yeah, they're on steroids. It doesn't matter if they're training to failure. But the principle still applies. If they were natural and did that failure training, they would still be absolutely jacked. And obviously you could say, yeah, genetics this, genetics that. But if there's that common theme of the best bodybuilders in the world, all training till failure, who have the most muscle mass, I mean, it's probably not too bad copying some of their ideas and training till failure. Maybe not doing all of the weight that they do, because obviously that would lead to injury. But yeah, proper form. Make sure you go till failure. You're going to be making sure you maximize muscle growth, no questions asked. I personally just think training till failure feels good, but also it means there are no questions left unanswered. It means, yep, I know for a fact that set has led to all of the muscle growth I could have got out of it. And you'll have people going to, you know, mild discomfort thinking they've got 2 reps left in reserve when they actually have 10. So I don't know. I just personally think get into the gym, train hard, 45 minutes, an hour a day, whatever, and then go enjoy the rest of your life. It's really not that difficult. But if you are going so hard that the next day you're so sore, or in a few days in advance, you're so sore you can't train, then yeah, reduce your volume a little bit. Maybe reduce your intensity a little bit. But if you're recovering well like me, if you're not too fatigued, if you're not too sore for when you next hit that muscle group, then it's completely fine. If your form is good, if you're not injuring yourself, what's wrong with failure training? Stop training like a pussy and actually train hard. I can promise you are so much more likely to make more gains training till failure than if you're already training till failure and go to reps left in reserve. If you go from reps left in reserve to failure training, I am certain you will build a little bit more muscle, because you're probably wrong with your reps left in reserve. Now, a lot of people say also, oh yeah, the best way to track if you're, you know, training hard enough is every set you do, as you get to the last reps, it should be getting a little bit slower, or you should mentally feel it's a bit harder. Really small signs of like training hard. I just think it's so much more simple to just go till failure. Know you've done it. Know you couldn't give any more. Recover for the next set a bit longer. Maybe give yourself a bit longer rest and go into the next and then train hard again. That's just how I see it. And I mean, my biceps talk for myself. And yeah. Now, in the description, there are 2 links. The first link is to my aesthetic body course. This tells you exactly how to build an aesthetic physique, how to get into shape, how to build muscle, how to lose body fat, how to maintain leanness, all the mistakes I made that you can avoid, everything you could possibly ever know to ever get in shape. Then on top of that, it's got loads of bonus modules going into more niche topics such as how to stay consistent, how to stay motivated. On top of all of that, it's got my workout and diet plan, which got me jacked and lean. And then on top of all of that, it has got me doing exercises myself that I suggest for you, so you know the form and you can just copy me and get jacked. Then the second link is to my one-to-one online coaching calls for 1 hour. You could come on a call with me and I will answer any question you have about fitness, any question you have about building a static physique, getting healthy, getting into shape. I will tell you everything you need to know and you can go and get your dream physique. Simple as that. Go and check it out. Link in the description.